Welcome back to Vagabond Gypsy Tarot and Oracle readings. Today we are going to do a little chat regarding the goddess Brigid. We're just going to do a couple-minute chat on Brigid. She is a Irish goddess from the Celtic pantheon. She is a favored one of the Irish people, and her name means exalted one. She also goes by many other names, including Lady of the Flame, Goddess of the Heart, Bright One, and Brio Sagehead, meaning fiery arrow. She has 3 rivers named after her: Brigid in Ireland, Brain in Wales, and Brent in England. She also has many wells and springs named after her. At one of her most famous shrines near Kildare, where a great oak revered by the Druids grew, priestesses learned healing, poetry, music, divination, and other knowledge. I'm in the northern hemisphere here, so she is celebrated from approximately the evening of January 31st, like I said, through February 2nd. Some have her going till the 4th. But at this time in the northern hemisphere, the days are growing longer, and although the winter still holds the land in frozen grip, Imbolc heralds the promise of spring. Imbolc means in the belly, and the holiday honors all forms of creativity. Beyond being known as a Christian saint, she's also been known to manifest in other forms. In the 18th century, she appears to have accompanied the Irish Brigade to what is now Haiti, where she may have jumped ship and evolved into the voodoo spirit Loa, L-W-A, Maman Brigid, it's M-A-M-A-N, and then Brigid, B-R-I-G-I-T-T-E, or Madame Brigid. Of course, this is fiercely debated. General symbols of the goddess Brigid are fire, sparks, sudden flame, hearth, forge, light, candles, sunrise, springs and wells, poetry, whistling, embroidery, arrows, bells, thresholds and doorways, St. Brigid's cross, midwifery, Imbolc, of course, corn dolls, and the number 19. The significance of the number 19 is said to be representing the 19-year cycle of the Celtic Great Year, the time it took from one new moon to the next to coincide with the winter solstice. It is said in pre-Christian times a sacred fire burned in Kildare. Scholars suggest that priestesses used to gather on the hill in Kildare to tend their ritual fires while invoking a goddess named Brigid to protect their herds and provide a fruitful harvest. Brigid is known best for her association with healing, poetry, and smithcraft. If anyone is interested in a wonderful book that I found, it's called Brigid's Light. Right here, you can order that on Amazon. It's a beautiful book. I don't know a whole lot about her, and I'm just starting to learn more and more. So if you're interested in that book, go ahead and order it online. And now I'm going to go ahead and set up our reading for today, so I'll be right back. Welcome back to Vagabond Gypsy Tarot and Oracle reading. Today's reading is going to be about Brigid's message to you. And her card is Creative Spark. So go ahead and ask your guides and guardians to help you pick out a pile. Here we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay, pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. No problem getting it up here. There we go. Stuck to the table. Okay. It's the sun. Okay, and as always, remember that tarot and oracle readings are not the be-all, end-all. All your answers are not going to be given to you from an online tarot reading or oracle reading. So if the reading resonates with you, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, leave and come back next time. So take a few moments, like I said, to go within, ask your guides and guardians if they can help you pick out a card. And I'll see you back at pile 1. Welcome back, pile 1, to your tarot and oracle reading. We're going to start out with your first card here, and this is going to be a message from Brigid. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the King of Swords. Okay. Let's see what else we can get here to help us out here with this. This is a strong and powerful character. Quite defensive. Standing in defense. Temperance. Let's get one more from this deck. Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay, well, actually, this card was picked upside down, so I want to make sure I have that right first. Okay, so we have Creative Spark, Brigid here. Now this card here, actually, the King of Swords in reverse, is he's a powerful figure, ground in his beliefs and values. Upside down, I mean, he's strong, facing upward. He's strong, holding his ground. Nothing's going to get past him, and he's resilient. Upside down, words are falling on deaf ears. He's not listening. He's not paying attention. Now the Knight of Swords character is going to move forward no matter what. So this character here, a much younger character, this could represent a father type figure, and this could represent a young man forging forward for love, possibly. Let's get some more cards here and see if we can clarify. Just looking at this off the top of my head, I'm getting the scenario of a father who's very protective of a daughter. Let's see what we have for clarification on this King of Swords here. Okay. So the Lover's card comes up. Okay, let's see what we've got for the Knight of Swords here. Pretty much defeat. So the Knight of Swords is definitely going to encounter an issue with this figure here. Let me see if I can get a clarification on the Temperance card here. A little pretty sheet here is moving around. Okay, let's see. Temperance card. Ace of Cups. Six of Swords. Okay, this is interesting to me. This looks like there may be a plan that's coming about due to this character here. It looks as though these two are planning a getaway, especially with the Lover's card. The Ace of Cups can mean a proposal, a baby. Yeah, I mean, this is looking to me like, looks to me like there might be a fatherly figure stepping in the way of this love relationship here, although it looks like there may be a little bit of defeated feelings going on. But Temperance, she's got it all in control. She might even be the one that's making the ideas. Actually, that's what it's pointing at to me, that she's the one that's going to come up with the idea for the great escape here. Let me see if I can get a message from Brigid on this one. And by the way, my feeling is whoever this reading is for is the Knight of Swords character. Mostly because the emotion is coming here, from here. It looks like it is a three-way circle here, but I mean, it certainly could be you could be any of the characters in this, whether it be the fatherly, could be mother. But it looks as though the Temperance character has it all planned. Everything's going to work out. It looks to me. Let me see what Goddess Brigid has for a message. Between worlds. Exactly. I mean, she's stuck too between two worlds, but it looks as though he or she is the one that would be also making a sacrifice. Let me see if I can get a better message from Brigid on this. She's saying, you know, you might want to think it through. you're between worlds. Make sure you know exactly what you want, because it could be light or it could be shadow. So let's see if we can get one more message here. Well, maybe not just one more. It says chaos and conflict. Okay, well, it looks as though there might be some issues that are going to arise due to this. Let me see if I can get a solution. What should the solution be to this, Brigid? What should the solution be to this? Is there a solution? Exchanging gifts. So to me, that kind of makes me feel like the three of them should get together and work at it. There's going to be conflict here, chaos and conflict, and you may not agree on everything. It's two worlds, between two worlds. I mean, obviously there's a conflict between these two and that person, but exchanging gifts, meeting and talking about it. Let me see if I can get another message. Let's get one more message. To me, this looks as though could be some rough waters, but it looks like in the long run, I mean, love will prevail. And right now the message is falling on deaf ears. So yes, there's conflict and chaos right now because your messages are falling on deaf ears. He's not listening. The King of Swords is not listening. He's in reverse. He's turned his ears off. He's not listening. But this is where the frustration comes in. But Temperance there, she's got it all worked out. And then we've got the, let's see, Nine of Cups. Well, that looks like process is going to be made. All of her ducks are in a row, and it looks like the outcome will be grand. It looks like she will get what she wants. I mean, her wishes are coming true. So it looks like it could be a little bit of a rough road ahead. Goddess Brigid is saying, yes, it's going to be a rough road ahead, but at the end, love will prevail. It may take some time due to the deaf ears we're dealing with here. But this character is very calm, standing. She's as strong as this character here, the King of Swords. She's just as strong. Obviously, you can tell these two probably are related, family-wise. And although this is a strong character as well, the Knight of Swords, willing to fight and move forward. So I don't know. This seems like a love reading to me for sure. So the season of Venus, I guess, is pulling through on this reading, and the Goddess Brigid is saying, creative spark. The creative spark has been set. The creative spark is from her. So yeah, this looks like a great reading for love. I hope that if this resonated with you, that with your perseverance and detail, you will get your wonderful outcome. Thanks for joining me here on your Pile 1 reading. Hope it resonated. Hope you had a great time. Thanks. Welcome back, Pile 2, to your reading. I am going to pull over the first card. And the first card is going to represent you. Six of Wands. Let me get a couple more cards here. See what the message is from Brigid. Eight of Pentacles. And Princess of Cups. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so the Six of Wands is a cup of triumph and victory. He's sitting on the top of his, let's see if I can get to the camera here, top of his horse, and the people are around him cheering on his achievements. But it looks as though the Eight of Pentacles is a hard worker, and they're always trying to achieve perfection. Whoever this character is a dedicated hard worker for sure. But once you've achieved greatness, there might be more that you're looking for. Maybe a creative spark, love. Let me see if we can get some further clarification on this Princess of Cups here. Okay, let's see. Six of Pentacles, or excuse me, Five of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Okay, I'm getting the impression that as well redeemed this person is, and how skilled they are, you may not be satisfied. You're a dreamer. You're a dreamer. You want more out of life. And it looks like it might be something completely different than what you are doing. Let me see if we can get some more clarification. I mean, it looks to me like, looking at these cards, it looks to me like you're a dreamer and you have ideas. It may be completely opposite of what you were doing before, but you're bored. I mean, you've already reached a maximum skill level on what you're doing, and you want something new. I mean, it looks like Brigid might be saying that you might have a rough go of it, but if you keep going, whatever this idea might be, you will become successful. I mean, it's not like it appears that you're going to be revered in the same way, but from the outside, but from what within is what you are looking for. From what I can see here, it looks to me like if you have a plan for like a career change, let's say, it's not going to be an easy road, but you're creative. You're a dreamer. There's a spark inside of you, that creative spark. And as I said, I mean, it doesn't appear like it will be a easy road to where you need to be, but eventually, I mean, this person here is calm. He's looking out into the horizon saying, look what I've built. I mean, he has his back turned to everything that's behind him, whatever that may be. He's like moved on from this. It's like he's moved on, and now he's like looking ahead, and he's doing okay. I mean, he's got 3 wands to hold him up. I mean, he's standing strong with those 3 wands, and he's proud of his accomplishments. And I mean, in general, the number 3 means growth. It looks like there's going to be growth. Growth to the point where you'll be able to share. This card here, this card here could mean like, I mean, this card here, I should say, could mean like a reflection too, reflecting from the past. And this card too is like a reflection of the past. Looking back on old memories, those two go together really well, actually. I mean, he's definitely reflecting on what has changed in his life. And in that reflecting, it looks as though he could be reflecting back to childhood in the days before all of this, when things were not so regimented and hard work. Now he's finally come full circle, even though it's been rough, but come full circle with contentment. Let me see if I can get some messages from the goddess Brigid here. So let's get a clarifier on the 3 of Wands. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, she's actually reflecting too, if you can see. Get up to the camera here. If we can. She's sitting on, almost looks like an egg, and reflecting, like he's reflecting. Let me see if we can get a clarifier on this 6 of Cups. Thinking, just as I said, he's reflecting back on his childhood when things were easy before this all came about. And he's at a calm place. She's thinking too in this picture. These are really cute cards. Let me see if I can get another clarifier on that 6 of Cups here. Six of Cups clarifier. 6 of Cups clarifier. Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, well, Ten of Swords is an advantage card. I mean, in reverse, it's an advantage card. It's a profit card, but it's not permanent. So we definitely need another clarifier here. let's see. What's not permanent? What's the advantage? What's not permanent? What's the advantage? What's not permanent? What's the advantage? What's not permanent? Well, the Fool card is definitely a card of lightheartedness, moving on, finding new adventures, almost naively. So, well, I mean, it could be that I think I'm gonna need another card, but it could mean that he's reflecting back to a time when he felt that he really wanted back, and it was happy for a time, but it's not permanent. It's almost as if the past is the past and you need to move on. The past is the past and you need to move on. This is the Two of Swords in reverse is how I pulled it. Okay, well, that kind of, I think, explains it. This character needed to go back for something that he thought he was missing. But when he went back, he realized that maybe it really wasn't all I thought it was at the time. It's like what he thought was so pure and innocent as a child really was not as pure and innocent as he thought it was. It was more of a fake, false, disloyalty. So the outcome is still what he wants, but at least he got it off of his chest, he or she. He or she moved from this point in their life to pursue other options, their creative spark, because they thought they were missing out on something that they had when they were a child. But it was a rough road, but all in all, the outcome was mind clearing. I mean, it straightened up what he thought was a completely different situation. Like when you're a child, you see things differently than when you're an adult. Like it's like if you haven't been to a place, let's say a grandparent's house, since you were a child, and then when you go there and you see what it really looks like in that town or that area, it's completely different than what you thought it was. Like even seeing buildings are not what you think they are. You know, it's like when I saw my grandparents' house after many, many years, it seemed so big when I was a child. Like it was huge, but it was just really tiny. So it's like when you're a child, you see things in a different light, and then when you get older, you kind of remember those things in that same light. So, I mean, Goddess Brigid's message here is quite clear. I mean, it took this person going from this to the creative spark, to the struggles, to realize I'm free. I have freed myself. And I'm doing pretty good while I freed myself. Through all the thinking and unfinished business and thoughts, and through the struggle, I've come to realize that I didn't remember it the way that I thought I did. So the message is, because of your creative spark, you looks like you're able to clear something that kind of wasn't how you remembered it. I mean, it is really funny how that works. I mean, everything seems so big, and when you're a child, so when you get to see the reality, which is what you're seeing in your reflections, it wasn't what you thought it was. It was not what you thought it was. But the ultimate outcome was it freed you. Yeah, I think that's it for you, Pile 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading and hope to see you back. Welcome back, Pile 3, to your reading. So let's see what Goddess Brigid has in store for you today. This first card is going to be you or your situation. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple more cards here. Two of Cups. Ace of Spears in reverse. And King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so basically cups, wands, and swords. Okay, well, this is definitely looking like a relationship. In this picture here, the Two of Cups, it's basically saying it's basically an empty relationship. There's not much there. I mean, there's compassion. There still looks like there's love, but it could mean that it looks as though either, this is a love relationship. I'm going to have to see if it's consoling. To me, it looks like a breakup of some sort, and somebody that loves you is there for you. The only reason I say that is because, like, the Ace of Spears is basically saying that there's a lack of enthusiasm, boredom. When it's reversed like that, it means that there's a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of excitement. And maybe the person was maybe this person could be possibly a new friend, or just a loving friend consoling you, because there's definitely a lack of enthusiasm going on. Now the King of Swords in reverse, basically, it looks to me as though this person is intent to be a big jerk. So it looks to me like you may have been with somebody that's a big jerk, whether the person who is feeling the pain here and feeling beat up is a woman or a man. This person here is the jerk. Let me see if we can get some more clarification here on who the jerk is. To me it looks completely like a love relationship. see. It is a love relationship. Yes, it is. It is lovers. Let's see here. If we can get a clarification on what this is. Okay. Ten of Wands. It looks like you have been working so hard at this relationship with this person, and you're just worn out. You have nothing left. You have nothing left to give. Let me see if I can get Goddess Brigid, can you give us a little bit more? What do you think? Give us a little bit more. Seven of Swords. This looks like it's related to the, let's just call him or her the jerk, is running away. It took advantage of what they could get away with. They grabbed as much as they can. They took as much as they can from you. Obviously, they've just beat you down to nothing. You're feeling empty. Let's see if we can get a goddess card. Not for you. It's fortune cookie. This is not for you. Goddess is saying you can do better than this. Let's see what else we get from the goddess. To the sea. You could take that two ways. Send this person packing, but maybe they went packing anyway. But basically, this is showing, this card looks like you should be strong. I mean, don't let this person know that they've got you. That pretty much goes for any situation like that. Don't let them know that they've got you. Let's see what kind of creative spark Brigid can send us. I think I'm actually gonna, let's see here. Well, I think I'll grab one or more of these same cards here. Let's see what we've got from Rider-Waite for a creative spark. Temperance. Temperance is a beautiful card. She's moving the liquid from one cup to another slowly, meticulously. She's being very careful. Goddess message to me looks like Brigid is saying, be careful, take your time. It's not going to be easy, but with time and healing, you will get over it. I mean, you are crushed right now. Let's see if we can get another message. For Temperance. Maybe there's something else Goddess Brigid needs to tell us. Creative spark. I mean, This is the time of the year for creative sparks. Let's see here. I've got Queen of Shields in reverse. Okay, so this card is saying that it's not going to be easy. This breakup or this mistreatment by the jerk has made you skeptical of everything. You don't trust anybody, and Goddess is saying don't lock yourself in a room and hide yourself from the world. Get up and get out and move forward. I'm going to see if Goddess has another message with the same cards. I mean, she's saying that if you don't work on it slowly, meticulously, every day, one step at a time, you could become bitter. And you don't want to do that because, first of all, you don't want to let this person win, because that's letting them win then. Oh, upside down. Let me show them to you this way. This person just looks nasty. Okay, let's see if there's another. Let's see if we have an outcome or a possible outcome. Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, well, I mean, if you don't follow the temperance path, you're going to end up careless and possibly taking advantage of others, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to become this person. So she's asking you to really, really, really try to not be angry. Let me pull a relaxing ritual card and a goddess card here. I'm gonna a chakra card that we might be able to get some help with here for some ideas to help you, because it looks like it might be a rough road here. It says object of relaxation. Find an object that you like which isn't breakable and fits easily in your hand. Smooth stones work well for this. Hold the object in your hands and focus on its qualities. Is it cold? Is it rough in spots? Really think about properties the object has. Imagine you are the object. What does it feel like to be a smooth and cold stone? Or imagine you can crawl into it. Take the object of relaxation with you when you travel, and keep it in your pocket during stressful meetings as a reminder of the calm you can always find your way back to. Oh, I love that. So she's saying, Goddess Brigid is saying, you can be imaginative. You can work slowly, little steps. This is a little step. That's a little step you can take. And then let's see here. I'm going to pull out one of my chakra cards here too and see if we can find a chakra balance for you here. Earth energies. Okay, I'm going to actually read that one out of the book here. And find what the meaning is of this chakra card. Okay, so earth energies. It says earth energies are powerful and at times fearsome. Mother Earth harnesses natural energy which we cannot control by anyone or anything. It is her divine nature which creates our landscapes and shapes our lives whether we like it or not. The fearsome energy which she stores can be unleashed without warning and without heed, and as human beings, we are at her mercy. When we spend time studying these energies and gain a better understanding of what is occurring, we may improve our chances of minimizing the effects if we are prepared. Don't beat yourself up. I'm kind of summarizing here, but to me, this kind of reminds me of like the snake Kundalini rising. Basically, I mean, maybe you could do yoga or exercising, even maybe an option, but basically you need to be grounded. And with this card here, with the rock, that's being pretty grounded. So basically, I think that Goddess Brigid is saying, be creative. Don't turn into the person that made you angry and bitter. Slowly, day by day, it will be hard, but you can get through it, and you will. Let's see if we have a final message from Goddess here. Imagine. I mean, that is beautiful. Imagine what it would be like to be happy again. I mean, this person here, a friend or family member, confidant, whatever. You might even find solace in friends, but just imagine and know that you deserve more than this. Everybody does. So, I hope you enjoyed your reading here, and pile 3. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a rough road for you, but that's life. You know, we all go through our tough times, and you'll get through it. I mean, just know that you're better than this person here. Way better, and Goddess wants you to know that. She wants you to imagine being happy and wants you to imagine being loved by somebody who deserves being loved by you. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and hope to see you back again, and talk to you soon. Welcome back, pile 4, to your tarot oracle reading here. And this card here is going to be the first one I turn over. It's going to mean you. It's going to represent you in some form. The moon. Okay, let's see what else we have here. The moon can mean deception. Maybe you're being deceived, or maybe you're deceiving yourself. Page of Cups. Let's see what else we have here. Page of Cups and the moon. If it weren't for the moonlight, you wouldn't see at night. Two of Coins. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so the Page of Cups, I mean, it looks like this page has just left a party. Got his big cup with him, and he looks like he or she is in deep concentration, possibly study, although deep concentration would make more sense with the moon card. Let's see. What I'm getting out of this is like, it's almost as if this person realizes, it's almost as if you realize that there's been deception going on, especially, I mean, it's not only that there is deception, but it's that you realize it as well. You realize there's been games afoot. I don't know if that has to do with a relationship or friends, co-workers. Let's see if we can find out. Yeah, let's see if we can get a clarifier here. I mean, the Two of Cups could mean lovers. I mean, you could be deceived by a partner. Deception. Let's get some clarification though on first of all, the Two of Cups, because I mean, let's see here, the Two of Cups would be like, I don't know, maybe relationship, possible adultery or something. Let's see if we can get clarification on this. Okay, so we've got, let's see, Four of Pentacles. Let's see what we've got for the Page of Cups. For the Page of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, and then for the Moon, we have the Empress. So, okay, well, with the Lovers card here, this Four of Pentacles is looking like one of the two partners seems to be in it for possibly the money, or there's the perception of that. And with the Page of Cups, the clarification here seems like, even though he's in deep concentration because he's thinking about the past, their happiness. I don't know if it was a childhood romance, marriage, relationship, but it seems like the Page of Cups here is in deep thought, and his thoughts are about the happiness that the past had. And let me see, there's a lot of long nights thinking about the unknown, and there's it seems to be a lot of confusion. I mean, she's grounded, she's sitting there. It's not like she's ignorant to the situation, but she's deep in thought and doesn't know if her thoughts are wrong, with the Moon being a deceitful card. But it looks as though there is turmoil. It looks like another love reading here. To me, it looks like there's a lot of questioning whether what you felt you had is really what you have. It's almost as if you're in your head. Are you making more out of it? I mean, it looks as though the moon is, like I said, can be deception, lies. But are you overwhelming your thoughts and making more out of it than it might be? Let's see here if we can get a clarifier on this deception and the thoughts that this page is having. Three of Pentacles. I mean, that card is, the Three of Pentacles is telling me that you are well respected in your community, or whether you are or not, that could be the deception too. Let me pull some more cards here. It's not clear yet. I mean, it looks to me as though it definitely probably has to do with love, but maybe not. Let's see. Four of Swords. Okay, well, Three of Swords looks like is saying that you should maybe take some time in solitude before jumping to conclusions. It looks like you may have a choice here. You can either stand your guard or just take some time to gather information. I mean, maybe standing your guard and so basically, first of all, don't be deceived. Think things through rationally and continue on. I mean, you can be skeptical, but you may want to make sure that you aren't jumping to conclusions. I need to find out more here why, if this is, I need more information on between these two. Let's see if we can get a clearer answer. Okay. Well, that helps. That makes things look a little better here. Let's see. Two of Cups. So this kind of explains it a little bit more to me. I mean, that clears it up a little bit. So basically, this is a love relationship. This is compassion, sexuality, a good equal balance. It looks as though you may be blowing things out of proportion. Oh my gosh, nobody ever does that, do they? I mean, it happens, you know. And it happens. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't blow things out of proportion? I mean, this is what it looks like to me. It looks like this moon card is really, when I said you were the moon, now it's making more sense. It says you are your, I mean, in my mind, it's saying you are your deception. you are the one who's making the love relationship into question. I don't know if somebody said something to you, or if you misinterpreted actions between your significant other and somebody else, or you're just feeling unwanted and loved, or you're feeling like you're not getting enough attention. And that all that stuff can make you the moon. It can make you the moon in your own mind. I mean, it can make you not see things clearly. You need to, like this card says here, take some time for yourself. Know that you're respected. People like you. People come to you and trust you. And the love and happiness that you have had, that you thought you lost, has always been there, and you just need to trust that, is what it looks like to me. I mean, if this doesn't resonate with you, I don't know. You don't have to take the reading as is. I mean, it could resonate. Unfortunately, it could resonate to a point, but then, I mean, everybody's different here. But let's see if Goddess has a message for you here too. I mean, if you're taking this pile number 4, I would definitely make sure that it completely resonates with you. You know, and as I said, tarot does not dictate your life. You do. Fork in the road. So, I mean, this is what relationships are. Goddess is saying, life is not easy. Marriage is not easy. Relationships are not easy. There's always going to be a time where you'll have an argument or a misunderstanding, but you need to know that that's normal. I mean, this seems like it's with a pretty stable relationship too, so as far as pile number 4 goes. But truth be told, the love is still there. The love is still there. I mean, that's what I think Goddess is saying in this one. Maybe we'll just try one more card here from Goddess. I don't know, it looks pretty perfect to me. It looks like it may be deceiving yourself. Yes, well, that was a good card too. Thinker. You're a thinker. And you need to, it's okay to think. Goddess says be creative, think. Be creative, think, but the truth be told, love is there. Always has been. As I said, this kind of seems like it's a specific, I don't know, few people, but I mean, parts of these, I mean, since this is for the collective, parts of these messages can resonate for you, and if not nothing else, I mean, you can still take the messages of even the Goddess alone if you'd like, you know. I mean, if nothing else, that to know that everybody has their moon. But anyway, I think this pretty much sums it up. Love is in the air, has been, was, and will be now. So I hope you had a great reading and hope to see you back.